Further to presenting the keynote discussion regarding the possibility of top-tier carbon-negative hydrocarbon base oils, I'm pleased to be joined again by Bill Downey, the Senior Vice President of Business Development at Novi. Bill has been recognised as an expert in the lubricant, wax and petroleum specialties value chain, following over 40 years of experience in the petroleum and chemical industry. In his role at Novi, he is now responsible for the market and business development activities reaching across OEMs, major oil companies and key dependents as well as distributors. For those of you who are unable to attend the virtual event, please could you summarize the presentation, Bill?
Izzy, thanks very much. Great to be back with you again. The main thing that we talked about in the presentation is that indeed blenders can take a technology that we're offering to them and they can make a carbon neutral product with a carbon negative base oil. That product can perform at the highest level in the industry, and we feel that it is an important way for the industry to move forward in its sustainability activities. In other words, to provide more sustainable options to lubricant consumers. So, and if anybody would like the full, the full presentation, I'm sure they can contact you and connect with you on that. So we were delighted with the opportunity and the platform, and we had some great conversations and also questions afterwards, which I know we want to process some of those questions now.
Yeah, as you said, anyone that is interested in the presentation, they can just send me an email. And yeah, we are going to get around to answering those questions we didn't have time to. So Paul Kerwin asked us, do you think that the Novi base oil can offset the impact of an additive package to make a finished automotive lubricant which is carbon negative?
Well, thanks for that question, Paul. And it shows a lot of insight into the formulation approaches that you have to take. Most additives are carbon positive, and in fact, pretty significantly so. And what we can offer a blender is they take our base oil and they combine it with an additive, and they can get a carbon neutral product in most applications. In an industrial application, they could probably get a carbon negative product, again, depending on the additive systems and the other base oils. In an automotive opportunity or an automotive product, it's more likely it's going to be carbon neutral. But to Paul's point, there's a really interesting opportunity to bring an extra low carbon or a lower carbon product to market. And this gives the marketers a lot of options if they were to take the hydrocarbon base oils that we offer and the additive technologies that's out there and put them together. So thanks to Paul for that question.
Brilliant. We also had an anonymous question that wanted to know if you have completed a full life cycle analysis to understand what key differences are visible on a cradle to grave perspective. And
thanks to that questioner as well. I think it's important that we start with the understanding that obviously the questioner has about life cycle analysis. There's a way you can very easily divide an LCA into two parts. The first part is cradle to gate, and that is all of the things that go into the production of our materials up to the gate of our facility. Then the next piece is gate to grave, and that means we ship the base oil to a blender, they put it in a package, they sell it to an end user, and it goes to its ultimate use, and then hopefully to re-refining. Where we have focused, as the questioner obviously understood, where we focused is on the part we can control, cradle to gate, and that's why we put forward our carbon negative base oil numbers for the LCA. It's really important to understand that there are thousands of lubricant end uses that an LCA would be constructed for in that gate to grave part. So we have not done all of them. We've only done cradle to gate, and we've been working with our customers on the specific gate to grave analysis that needs to be done. The other thing I'd like to add to the question that our questioner is asking is that we think the biggest opportunity for carbon savings actually is in that gate to grave segment. So we're very anxious to work with customers, and obviously anyone would like to work with us thinking through how we can reduce the overall carbon in the environment, in the end use, by thinking about that gate to grade part. So again, thanks to that questioner for a question. It's clear they have a lot of insight into what an LCA is based on. Izzy, what else do we have from our questioners?
We also had a question from Ahmed Mazhar Bashir, apologies for the pronunciation. They asked that, well, they question that some lubricant blending plants require that the base oils are part of an approved base oil supplier list. And they were wondering, are you working with any lubricant plants in this regard, and with which companies?
Ahmed, thanks very much for that question. We have been working with a large number of base oil, of lubricant blenders to get on their approved list, and a number of them have done that. We've also, and another important part of that is we've been working with additive companies to make sure that our base oil and their additives can come together to meet various approvals. And we've got API, ILSAC, and we're just about complete with some of our first ACEA approvals. In addition to the industry standards, we also have some specific OEM programs that are underway. As Ahmed and the industry probably know, that some of those approvals take a bit longer time. And if any of the participants are interested in the specifics, happy to have them contact us or contact you, and we'll make that introduction. So Ahmed, thanks for that. The specifics, though, we're keeping them confidential because we're working with individual companies, but we're happy to work with you if you have an idea about how your firm wants to bring things forward. Izzy, back to you.
Great. We've just got one more question from Rowan Hugh, who asked, what is the market response paying for a premium carbon negative product?
Well, in the U.S., Rohan, we would call that the money question, and we see ourselves on a journey. The short answer is today we don't see a lot of willingness to pay a big premium for these reduced carbon products. What we're finding, though, is that the need for carbon credits is growing. And but most important to us is that our base oil, and hopefully you saw that in the presentation, our base oil brings premium performance to the table. It enables our customers to perhaps use less of high performance products to deliver a better volatility, a better oxidation stability to their customers. And in your question, you ask about EVs, and it's a great example. What we're beginning to find is our base oil enables the EV fluids to have a better performance. With better performance, and the specifics of that better performance is extended range, which gives the OEM an ability to either put less battery in their car or make better range claims. And if you think about that in terms of euros per liter of lubricant, we're talking about euros of liter of lubricant value that is 4 or 5 times what you might typically see in a marketplace for a product. So on one hand, carbon premium in the absolute is pretty small, but if you think about the performance premiums that can be claimed, we think there's a very big opportunity. So Rohan, thanks for that question. Again, it shows a lot of insight, Izzy, from the audience and from the questioners about the key issues, and certainly one of the key issues is, are customers willing to pay for sustainability? And the short answer is right now, no, but they are willing to pay for performance. We also see in the future that they're going to be willing to pay for sustainability and a lower carbon footprint. So thanks for those questions.
Yeah, no, it was really great, and there was a lot of insight and a lot of engagement there. So it'll be exciting to see what the future holds for all of us. But no, thank you for joining me, Bill, and for answering the questions we don't have time for at the event. I look forward to hopefully seeing you at some of our future virtual events, and I hope the rest of the week is enjoyable.
And look forward to seeing all the people that I only saw little round pictures in Remo, and would like to say that for those of you who haven't joined an ACI event and used Remo, I found that it was a really great way not only to deliver the presentation, but also to interact with the participants afterwards. So kudos to ACI for the tools that they put in front of us. So Izzy, thanks very much.
Thank you so much, Bill. See you again.
Bye for now.